Good morning and happy Mother's Day. Welcome to Sunday School this morning in May. I'd like to thank you for coming and taking some time to learn about Jesus this morning and to learn about God. Let's do our hands. We're going to say our Sunday School prayer, prayer for Sunday School. Dear God, thank you so much for allowing technology to help us come together, even though that we can't be together in the same space. God bless all of the mothers out there, all of the grandmothers out there, all of the people who mother us, who love us so very, very much. And Lord, help us to hear what it is that you're trying to tell us. Open our ears and open our hearts and open our minds so that we may listen to your word and to your stories. Amen. So since it was Mother's Day, I thought it might be fun to do a Sunday school lesson on mothers of the Bible. Can you think of a mom in the Bible? There are lots of them. Can you think of one? You might remember that. When you got up this morning, did you tell your mother, Happy Mother's Day? Did you tell your mom, I love you? Did maybe you have a card for her or a present for her? Moms love to be remembered and they love to hear I love you. But I will tell you a little secret. Moms know that you love them, even if you don't say it. And even when you're not feeling it, we know that you love them. And I think that you know that moms love you, even though maybe they're not happy with you at the particular moment or you're in trouble. There's always a lot of love between mother and children. So today I thought we would talk about mothers of the Bible. And if we get to the one that you thought of, that's really, really neat. And maybe you can help tell the story of that mom from the Bible. So there are lots of words that we can use to describe mothers. Can you think of a word that you might use to describe your mom? I think there are lots of them, but I picked six. I picked 6 words that we can use to help describe mom. And so I kind of made our flowers. Did you give your mom flowers today? Moms like flowers. We do like flowers. It might make us sneeze. Not all moms enjoy smelling the flowers, but we like flowers. Flowers are very pretty and sweet, and we do like those. So here's some words that I use to describe moms, and I thought that we would take a look at each of these characteristics with a mom from the Bible. So we're going to start out with gentle. Gentle. What it means to be gentle? To be very careful, to be very, maybe hugs are gentle, kisses are gentle. Maybe when you don't understand something, mom might try to explain that to you. She get down maybe on your level. She's calm. That would be another word for gentle. Mom's voices are usually very soothing, aren't they? If you're scared, they might make you feel better. So I think that Eve might have been a gentle mom. And the reason I think that's because she was the very first mother. She was the very first mom. And I think that the way women have become mothers and shown us how to be mothers we'd have to be very gentle, wouldn't we? Now she had 2 sons. She had, do you remember, let's see if I remember. Eve gave birth to Cain and Abel. Now, it's a sad story because one brother killed the other brother. Yeah. So I think that she had to have a gentle heart. I think she had to respond to that. And I think she had to be gentle as she was bringing up more children and more grandchildren. And she would continue on to be the very first mother. And she'd be a great mother, would she not? Because she would have so many children. I think she would have to be very, very gentle. And I think that her heart probably hurt a lot. Her heart hurt a lot, losing a son and knowing that the other son did it. Mom's hearts hurt lots. They do. Okay, so let's go to loving. And I think maybe the most loving mama that I can think of in the Bible was Mary. Who did Mary give birth to? Who was her child? That should be an easy one. Jesus. She gave birth to Jesus. And I think you would have to be a super mom to give birth to the Savior of the world. What do you think that would be like? That'd be kind of hard, don't you think? And she would be very, very loving. Think about as Jesus was getting older. You remember what he did when they went to the temple? He stayed behind, didn't he? He stayed behind. And she was upset. And he said, what? Why would you be upset? Of course, I was in my Father's house. I think that Mary was a very, very loving mom. I think that she gave him space and she knew that he was going to be special. And so she wanted to love him as much as possible before the world would take him. Don't you think? I think moms are very, very loving. So some things that moms do that are loving, maybe hugs and kisses, of course, and bedtime stories. Maybe a note in your lunchbox. Maybe a little extra confidence booster. Maybe they sit in the rain and watch your soccer game. That's some love there. All right, so let's go to the next one. Protective. That's a big word. Does anybody know what protective means? Protective means that you would make sure that no harm comes to something. Kind of cradle, kind of shelter. And I think that moms are very protective when you go out. If you're younger and you get out of the car and you're getting ready to go into a store or go to a place, what does mom say? Hold my hand. Or look both ways. If you're coming back to the car and maybe you have a younger sibling, I do this with my children and say, stand right next to the car. Put your hand on the car. Does your mom do that? They want to make sure you're safe. They want to make sure you're safe and that you're protected and that nothing's going to happen to you. Moms are very much like that. We kind of go, Does mom do that when you do something maybe you shouldn't have done? Maybe you were standing on top of the slide instead of sitting on it, or you were jumping off of furniture. Does that happen at your house? It happens at my house. Moms are very, very protective. Jochebed, I think, might have been the most protective mother. She was the mother of, that's a big word, Jochebed, a big name, very unusual. She was whose mother? Does anybody know? I bet Michael knows. She was Moses' mother. Do you remember what she did? She put him in a basket and she sailed him down the river to protect him. Do you remember? From those in charge, because they were out to take away baby boys. She was very protective. She loved him so much, and there's no way she would have wanted to give him up, but she knew that that was what would save him. And so she protected him. And if you remember, Miriam, his big sister, was looking out for him. And she went, when the Pharaoh's daughter, the princess, found the baby, she went and she said, I'll find a woman for you to take care of her. And so mom and baby were reunited. But she was very protective. I think if she hadn't been reunited, she would have been very, very sad. But she would have known that he was okay. So let's go to the next word, prayerful. Do you know that your mom prays for you? She does. I bet you she does. And do you pray for your mother? I hope that you do. When you're saying your prayers at night, I hope that you're praying for your mom. Moms pray for all sorts of things for their children. They pray for safety for their children. They pray for wisdom to help raise their children. They pray for all sorts of things that you're going through at each stage in your life. Now, I think that one of the most prayerful mothers was definitely Hannah. Hannah did have a child. Does anybody remember who Hannah's child was? Samuel. She had Samuel. Now, she prayed so hard so that for God to give her a child. And her prayers were answered when she gave birth to Samuel. Now, Samuel's going to go on to do big things in the Bible. And I bet you that she prayed and prayed and prayed throughout his life and throughout his childhood. Because she wanted him to be a man of God. And she made sure that happened. And she prayed and her prayers were answered. And I know that many, 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 probably most mothers out there would say that our prayers were answered when we had you as our child. Very much so. Okay, so I think another very good characteristic of moms is patient. Is anybody's mom patient? Now, you may not think that they are patient, but I would say they probably are very patient. When you ask them 400 times, mom, can I, mom, where's mine? Are they pretty patient? Probably up until about the fifth or sixth mom, they're pretty patient. Moms are very, very patient. We go through a lot and we're tired and we've been asked 1,000 different questions, but we try very hard to always be patient with you and always listen fully. And I think the most patient mother I can think of was Sarah. Sarah was married to Abraham and she gave birth to whom? Who was her son? Do I remember? Isaac. Isaac was her son. Now, she waited a very, 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 very long time to have Isaac. Do you remember when God promised Abraham that his descendants would outnumber the stars in the sky? And he said, but I don't have any children. He said, oh, Be patient. Be patient. And Sarah was amazingly patient. She was old enough to be a grandmother, maybe even a great grandmother, when she had her son Isaac. She was very, very patient for him. And I would like to think she was very, very patient with him. It is not easy to be a mother. It's very difficult. You have to have a lot of patience. And I think our last thing that we moms have to have, and your mom's going to have, is strength. Is mom strong? Now, when I say strong, you might think of your mom when she goes to the gym. Does your mom go to the gym? Miss Barbara does not go to the gym. Does your mom lift weights or run? Miss Barbara doesn't run. Does your mom do those exercise videos or something like that? You might think of strong as that. Maybe she can pick up heavy stuff. But strength is more than just your physical. Strength is inside. And you have to be very, very strong to be a mom. We go through a lot of things. When you fall, it's going to hurt you for a little while, but it's going to hurt us too. When you are sad, when you come home from school and you are sad and somebody has hurt your feelings or broken your heart, it breaks us because you're a child. We love you so much that it hurts us. And I think one of the greatest stories of strength is Naomi. Naomi is going to lose her husband. He's going to die. Going to lose her sons. They're going to die. She has no one left but her daughter-in-law. Now, that's a complicated thing for when you're young, but a daughter-in-law would be somebody, a woman that marries your son. So when you get older and you get married, that person is going to be a part of your family, which means they're going to be part of your parents' family. So Naomi loved Ruth, and Ruth loved Naomi, and they were like mother and daughter, even though they weren't blood relation. And she is going to be so strong that she's not only going to handle losing a husband and losing sons, but she's going to move away. She's going to move away, and she's going to be strong for her daughter-in-law. And their story is going to continue. They're not going to have a lot of food. They're not going to have a lot of money. And they're going to continue to carry on through God and be strong. And I think she's a great character of strong. So there are many, many more words that we could use to describe mom. But I liked these. And I hope that you remembered some of those stories from the Bible that we went over. And some of the moms that are in the Bible. There are a lot of great. There are more than what I described. There are a lot of great moms in the Bible. So I know that you should be busy today because you should be taking care of mom and maybe fixing her food or crafts or flowers or maybe, hey, just clean your room and don't make her pick up your shoes. That'd be great. But if you do want to make a craft today, I made my children do this for me this morning. It came out super duper cute. Moms love homemade crafts and we love handprints. We're a sucker for handprints. So I had each of my children make their handprint, and I cut it out on paper and made a flower. I might have to frame this one, and I put it at the bottom, Mother's Day 2020. So if you want to make your mom a craft, I bet you she's gonna love a handprint. So have a good day today. Be good to your moms, and take time for God today. Okay, bye bye.